Namaskar. Our today's topic is vapor pressure and factors on which vapor pressure of a liquid depends. So first, vapor pressure. What it means? Pressure due to vapors. That is so simple, but if we want to know it clearly, let us take a container placed in a thermostat containing a volatile liquid. It is thermostat. Thermostat means which contains a liquid at constant temperature. We can fix the temperature, right? Now this container is attached to a manometer. This is attached to manometer. Is used to measure the pressure, right? And now in this container there is a mercury. In manometer there is a mercury. Here the level of mercury tells us about the pressure due to vapors. So first of all we take an evacuated container, right? And in this container there is a volatile liquid. What do you mean by volatile liquid? Volatile liquid or solution. Volatile liquid means which can be converted into vapors easily at room temperature, which can form vapors. So when we take evacuated container, initially there is no vapor. Clear? So mercury column on both sides is like this. Level are same, right? Now what happened? Evaporation is a spontaneous process. What is evaporation? Change of a liquid into vapors at any temperature. So evaporation it is a spontaneous process. Spontaneous means which can take place by its own without the help of external agency. It means there is no need to heat it. If we fix the temperature, at that temperature it will start to evaporate. That liquid will start to evaporate. And when this evaporation takes place, there are vapors above the liquid. Now because of these vapors, they start forcing this liquid to come down. Okay. Now say initially a rate of evaporation and up to the end it remains same. A rate of evaporation remains same. But what about the condensation? Because when these vapors are formed, initially there is no condensation. Condensation means to convert vapor into liquid. But as number of vapors increases, they start colliding with the walls of the container as well as with each other, and due to that they start to lose energy and condense. So in the initial stage, initially a rate of evaporation is greater than rate of condensation, because collision between the vapor and wall is very less in the start, because vapors are very less. Now what happened? Evaporation rate remains same, but as the time progresses, number of vapors above the liquid goes on increasing, and this level starts to go down, and this level starts to go up, Clear? Now a stage is reached when condensation rate goes on increasing, and at one time that rate of evaporation and rate of condensation becomes equal. When this stage is reached, number of moles of liquid, the molecules of liquid changes into vapor is equal to number of vapors changing into liquid. Got it? Means liquid changing into vapor is equal to number of vapors changing into liquid. That means now number of vapors above the liquid is fixed. Okay, and this level is constant now. Number of vapors above the liquid is fixed. Now this difference between the levels of two lobes of the mercury column is give us pressure. And what is this pressure? This is the pressure exerted by vapors above the liquid, due to these vapors above the liquid in equilibrium with the liquid is called vapor pressure, or it is actually saturation vapor pressure, because number of vapors above the liquid are fixed, and that at that time what is the pressure exerted by these vapors in equilibrium with the liquid is known as vapor pressure. Got it? So I will explain it in Hindi as well, that we have this liquid. इस लिक्विड में, because you know in liquid we apply Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution of energies. Molecules on the surface are more energetic than in the bulk. So these molecules of the surface starts to evaporate. तो जब ये evaporate करेंगे तो vapor above the liquid increases. जब vapor ऊपर बढ़ेंगे तो pressure goes on increasing, and the difference between these two levels of mercury increases, and at certain point of time this become constant when equilibrium is reached. This is at equilibrium. At equilibrium, rate of evaporation is equal to rate of condensation. At that time vapors are saturated. जितने वेपर्स होंगे वो क्या हो जाएंगे? फिक्स. And therefore at that time what is the pressure exerted by these vapors above the liquid in equilibrium with the liquid, because now they are in equilibrium. Okay, and that pressure is called vapor pressure. Now let us see what are the factors affecting the vapor pressure. So see, first note down this one, then we will discuss. Okay. So let us discuss the factors on which vapor pressure of a liquid depends. So first factor is nature of liquid. At the same temperature, different liquid have different vapor pressure. Why is it so? You know, if intermolecular forces of attraction. Are weak. Let us take a liquid in which intermolecular forces of attractions are weak. Now to convert this liquid into vapor is easy, because to convert liquid into vapor means we have to decrease the intermolecular force of attraction between the liquid molecules. If intermolecular attractions are already weak, then that can easily converted into vapors. That means more vapors are formed, therefore its vapor pressure is high. So if intermolecular forces of attractions are weak, vapor pressure of that particular liquid at a given temperature is higher. For example, if we compare ether and ethyl alcohol, in ether there is simple attraction, van der Waals attractions, or to some extent dipole-dipole attraction, because ether is ROR. But ethyl alcohol is C2H5OH. There is hydrogen bonding. So hydrogen bonding is stronger than van der Waals attraction. As hydrogen bonding is stronger than van der Waals or dipole-dipole attraction, ether has higher vapor pressure than alcohols at a given temperature. Right? Now second is temperature. As temperature increases, what happened? Kinetic energy of the molecules increases. So as kinetic energy of the molecules increases, they try to move away from each other and their attraction become weak automatically on increasing temperature. So more vapors are formed, and that's why vapor pressure is directly proportional to temperature. Here vapor pressure is inversely proportional to intermolecular attractions, directly proportional to temperature. And quantitatively, effect of temperature on the vapor pressure is given by Clausius-Clapeyron equation, and that equation is log of P2 by P1 is equal to delta H over 2.303 R 1 upon T1 minus 1 upon T2. P1 and P2 are vapor pressures of liquid at temperature T1 and T2. What is this? Delta H, it is enthalpy of vaporization. R, gas constant. So this equation is used to see the quantitative effect of temperature on the vapor pressure of the liquid. And if we plot a graph between temperature versus vapor pressure, then as temperature increases, vapor pressure increases. So let us take liquid A, B, C, D. A, B, C and D. So what is the relation or what is the nature of these liquids? Intermolecular attraction of which liquid is highest? Tell me, which liquid has strongest intermolecular attractions? Obviously, yes, D. Because in case of D, vapor pressure is minimum, and in case of A, vapor pressure is maximum at a given temperature. Right? So if we say intermolecular attraction order, then A has weakest intermolecular attractions, B, C and then D. This is the order. So if A is ether, B is acetone, C is benzene and D is water. So we can compare it. Water has strongest intermolecular attractions because of hydrogen bonding and so others according to molecular mass, right? So this is the order of vapor pressure versus temperature curve. And if we go on increasing temperature, vapor pressure increases, and when vapor pressure of a liquid becomes equal to 1 atmosphere, that is called normal boiling point of the liquid. Got it? When vapor pressure of liquid reaches 1 atmosphere, at that time, what is the temperature? That is called boiling point, normal boiling point of the liquid. Okay? For example, if we go on increasing the temperature, the vapor pressure of ether becomes equal to 1 atmosphere at this point of time. And this temperature is known as boiling point of the liquid. That means as intermolecular attraction increases, vapor pressure decreases and boiling point increases. For example, if we say the second, that will becomes 1 atmosphere at higher temperature. So lower is the vapor pressure, higher is the boiling point. So this is also one part which can be covered under this heading, that if a liquid has low boiling point, that has higher vapor pressure and vice versa, right? So this is all about vapor pressure and the factors on which vapor pressure of liquid depends. Thank you very much for watching this video. Do like, subscribe and share my channel. God bless you all. Happy learning.